Hey guys, it's the day after Christmas, it's Boxing Day, and while the Queen settles down to her morning breakfast of kedgeree, a great tradition, we are going to look at the absolutely fabulous Una and the Lion gold coin from the Royal Mint. This one is on eBay, presently bidding £5,600. Who knows where it's going to end? Only 225 of these coins have been minted, and you're going to see one of them here in this video today. The 2-ounce gold format is always saved for the most important and prestigious coins, like the Netherlands Mint with their recent 2-ounce Pied Fort Lion dollar coin that you can see here. But right now, we're going to focus on Una. There was a silver Una and the Lion this year as well. 3,000 of these were minted. Very, very beautiful coin in its own right. And let's take a quick look at the silver one before we get on to unboxing the gold one. So silver one comes in a little black box, a little bit less decorative than the box that you'll see for the gold Una. 3,000 of these coins. There have already been some of them graded that have sold on eBay for up to $750, $800 for a 70. The coin itself was minted at around the 189 mark. You can still buy these coins in some places. There's a few still for sale. The last stragglers at somewhere approaching the $200 kind of mark. Very beautiful coin. Like the gold, this is minted from the original dies of William Wyon. So it's been remastered and reminted. It isn't totally identical to the original. It's been minted in what they call a soft proof, and there have been some changes to the die to make it work within a slightly larger format, and obviously the dies were pretty old, from 1839. Silver, not the first time the Royal Mint has produced a silver Una. You can see here one of the original 1839 pattern silver coins, and the Royal Mint Museum, thank you for this image, and it does have a number of silver patterns in the Royal Mint Museum collection. So it's not the first time, so the Royal Mint didn't really break with tradition too hard when they produced a silver version of the brand new 2019 Una and the Lion. And here's a little glimpse at one of the original gold versions. Very, very beautiful. You can see those kind of little hairlines on the mirrored surfaces. Usually those hairlines are die polish marks, and these coins go for upward of £500,000 sometimes for the best ones, and maybe ones in slightly lower grade, just a mere £250,000. So you can see from that pricing, few people will get the opportunity to own one of these coins for their own collection, and that perhaps explains why this particular edition of the Una and the Lion from the Royal Mint, from the original master dies, has been so favourably received, and why people are clamouring at the moment to get their hands on one of the brand new 2019 Una and the Lion 2-ounce gold coins. Interestingly, there were 400 or so of the original coins produced from 1839 right up to 1843, and even after that on demand. But there are only 225 of the Royal Mint gold coins, which kind of makes them even rarer than the original coins in some ways. So there are a few of these coins out there in the wild that have been delivered by the Royal Mint. We've heard that the Royal Mint are having a hard time minting these coins because of the depth of the strike, and they've got quite a high reject rate, and most of them should appear in the new year. When you're spending your hard-earned cash on a coin from the Royal Mint, quality is absolutely critical, and that's why you should be buying your next modern coin from the Coin Connection. Use special code Bonnie at checkout for 2% off all of your purchases. So let's take a look at the 2019 Una and the Lion gold coin. This coin weighs 2 ounces of gold, and 225 of these coins were minted, and there are also a very small number of 1 kilo, and I think even higher than that, 4 or 5 kilo and possibly 2 kilo, although I haven't seen one of those at all, and they were not offered on the Royal Mint website. But all of those variations exist in very small handfuls, but it's this coin which is the one that people are clamouring for at the moment. A number of collectors missed out on this coin because of the sheer expense of it. It's a very, very big purchase. Shame the little box is a tiny bit bruised and battered, but hopefully no damage done to the coin itself. So let's take a look at the first coin in the Great Engravers series, William Wyon in gold. No one knows yet what the coins in the rest of the Great Engraver series will be. There's quite a lot of speculation that there will be a Gothic crown or something in gold, and there may very well be, but time will tell what appears. So the box and packaging for this is very much in the line of regular proof gold coins from the Royal Mint. They reserve that black packaging you saw earlier for the silver coins, and then the gold coins are normally in this very, very nicely produced wooden veneered box. Comes with a whole little information pack here, all the different history of the production of the Una and the Lion. It's a coin that there are quite a few variations of, silver, gold. There's one that has dirige and one that has dirigit, different variations. And it's one that collectors have paid attention to for a long, long time. Some of the most famous coin collectors, the Montague collection and others had, literally maybe 10, 15 of these coins in their collection in all the different varieties, because it's a coin that originally it appeared in the 1839 proof set, but it was actually produced for quite a long period of time in very small numbers to collector demand. And so there are over 400 of these coins known to exist in the originals. This particular one has a COA number of 77, and you can see here the limited edition presentation is 225, and the maximum coin mintage is 225, which means that there won't be any sets which have all of the coins in this particular Great Engravers series. There'll only be the individual coins, because this one is only to be found in a single packaging, and it won't be in any other type of set going forward. Absolutely beautiful job they've done. Ostensibly a very difficult coin for the Royal Mint to produce, and they've done it in this soft proof finish. Not quite sure how they really define the soft proof finish, but to me it almost looks like it's very, very deep, kind of antiqued, and it's got this soft sheen over it, which is slightly different from the kind of frosting that you might get on a more modern proof coin. And I guess they've tried to make it look as if it's something historical through that soft proof finish. Whether you agree with what they've done or not, I think it's a pretty distinctive finish. Looks very good. You can hold it up through the different different angles and see quite a lot of depth in the lion's mane. If you compare it actually side by side with one of the originals, maybe there's a few details which aren't quite as defined as on the original William Wyon dies, but I think they have done a really, really good job, and people who've seen these and held them, in a way, they're even nicer when you actually have them up close compared to even 4K video. So if you're looking at this on a big screen TV in 4K, it's probably worth switching over to 4K mode and taking a look at what this coin looks like in full resolution. It's a legal tender coin, although none of these will get spent in your local supermarket, with £200 denomination. Not sure why they would choose those denominations. If it had a £2,000 denomination, that would also be absolutely fine for this kind of coin. They've kept us styling very, very close to the original, which is really nice. Obviously, we've got Her Majesty's head on the obverse, rather than the Victoria Young head. It's just a shame. I don't think our coin rules allow for having Victoria's head now on a coin in the same way, so they're limited in terms of what they could do. Although it would be very nice to have had that in some way, but I guess totally impractical. Interesting to see what you guys feel about this coin. I think it's going to be a coin which is very widely talked about, very widely collected. There are a number of sales now of this coin on eBay in the £15,000 to £18,000 mark. That's times 25% for you guys over there in America. So you're talking $20,000 to $25,000, which just shows how many people missed out on this coin and have the cash to splash on something which is going to be a pretty unique part of a long-term collection of British coins, old or modern. You can see a few of these little dust flecks. They look to me like they're all on the capsule as opposed to the coin. The coin to me looks pretty good, and I'm certainly very happy with this coin. It was supplied by the Royal Mint, and the Royal Mint did a hand inspection of this coin before it got sent out as part of what they call the mint mark process. So it's like a little mini club, and you get your own mint mark manager. And my mint mark manager took a look at this coin before it was sent to me and made sure it received his approval. And that's quite a nice thing to do. It may not be perfect at all times going through that process, but it should be a little bit more of a quality process than if you were to just get one of these mail order without having it examined by hand. So it goes back in its little case to be put back carefully and looked after. Una and the Lion, 2-ounce gold coin, mintage 225. Hope you like that, and hope even if you don't manage to get hold of one of the gold ones, then the silver ones are still readily attainable and far, far nicer than anything in silver the Royal Mint's produced recently. So totally recommended.